Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's Thought for the Day, Friday, the 3rd of January. The readings for today are taken from Genesis chapters 5 and 6, Psalms chapters 6 through to 8, and Matthew chapter 5. The title of our Thought for the Day today is The Lord Saw That. So, in all our readings this morning, they provoked much thought, indeed deep meditation. Psalm 7, for example, is David's plea for refuge. Save me from my pursuers and deliver me, verse 1. But he also says, if there is wrong in my hands, let the enemy trample my life to the ground and lay my glory in the dust, verses 3 and 5. David knew God could see all things. This included how his mind worked, his real values and priorities in life. Is this the reason he was so shattered after his sin with Bathsheba? God would not let him hide his sin. Our thoughts then focused on our Genesis reading and what God saw. We read, the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that every intention of their thoughts, or every intention of the thoughts of his heart, was only evil continually. Chapter 6, verse 5. God primarily sees in humans just two different qualities, either good or evil, righteousness or wickedness, love or hate. Ways of living are tending in one or other of two directions. Wheat and tares are grown and eventually produce one of two kinds of harvests. And what harvest of goodness was surrounding Noah? Is this not the same today? We are going to be part of a harvest of one kind or another. And God saw the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way. Verse 12. We know when things are going bad, such as fruit that we have perhaps bought, we see what can be safe to eat and throw the bad away. Noah's great-grandfather Enoch walked with God, and God took him, chapter 5 and verse 24. We are not told how or where. If God chooses not to tell us, it is pointless to ask the question. This happened just 4 years before Noah was born. The situation had now developed so that many harsh things that ungodly sinners had been spoken against Enoch. We read that in Jude chapter 14. Loud-mouthed boasters, showing favoritism to gain advantage, verse 16. Rings a bell with today, doesn't it, the result when God is pushed right out of our thinking? But Noah found favour in the eyes of the Lord. Genesis 6 verse 8. God has all-seeing eyes. Do you find favour in the eyes of the Lord? David's psalm shows he was very conscious of the need for that to be so. Returning back to Psalm 7, David writes, Judge me, O Lord, according to the integrity that is in me. You who test the minds and the hearts, O righteous God, who saves the upright in heart. Verses 8 and 10. So our prayer is, may we all be upright in heart. Thank you for joining us for today's Thought for the Day. If you found it helpful, please share it with others. Try and do all to glorify God. Remembering that the antidote to sin is not just not to sin, but to do good. Thank you and God bless. you.